All right. It is Rudy G. Funk, and I am back for the attack, baby. Yeah, I kind of took last weekend off, so I know a couple of guys were thinking maybe you didn't get the announcement, or you know how YouTube has trouble getting people recommended and all that stuff, and what would you call it? People thought they weren't getting their announcement. I wasn't on last weekend. And real quick, I wound up getting a day off that I didn't know I was going to get. Kind of, Chad, how are you, buddy? What's going on? And it was kind of stormy and kind of dark. And, me and the old lady were binge watching Ozark. And I really didn't want to break that up, so I just kind of took Saturday off and just kind of lounged around and munched, and it was just kind of dark and eerie out and kind of cool. So I didn't want to break that up necessarily. I just kind of wasn't feeling it that night. So I took last weekend off. So you didn't miss anything on my part, in case you think you didn't get a notification or something like that. But anyway, but I have had this beer for about a week and a half, and that's what I was going to do last weekend. And when I said that I do search for Erica Steele's beer, that Victoria, I really do. And I found BADDOG's beer, shockingly, right next to it. Because I do look for Erica Steele's beer, because I do want to try that, because he sounds like he really likes that. But when I first started to watch BADDOG, we kind of started, not me and him, but through the chat, I was asking like what his favorite beer was and all that stuff. Matthew, how are you, buddy? Oh, I need my fucking Googles. All right. Yeah, it does, man. It does. But and in this conversation through the chat to BADDOG, he recommended this beer. It was Xingu, or I'm sorry, it's actually pronounced, I thought it was Xingu, like with a Z. But it's actually pronounced Xingu, which makes it sound like it's, Asian or something. I thought it was going to be an Italian beer, but here it's a Brazilian beer. And quick little story, when I was looking for, I always look over the Mexican beers, looking for Erica Steele's beer, hoping it'll land somewhere. And I just looked just to the right, and they had this beer sitting there. And I remember BADDOG recommending this. And so I grabbed a 6-pack. It was on the very top, and these bottles are a little tall. And you'll notice it, like if you ever pick up a 6-pack of it, they're the way the 6-pack is. I don't know. You probably can't tell on here how tall it is. Really, I'll try to get you. You can't really tell, but here's the pub glass next to it, so it's just kind of tall and. No, I don't think so. I think things will, yeah, it's nice to hear from you too. Yeah, I hope everybody's safe. I guess I should have started with that. NorCal, how are you, buddy? Thanks for chiming in. So yeah, this is Xingu. This is what BADDOG recommended. Oh, anyway, so that the 6-packs were up on the top shelf of the cooler, and because they were kind of tall, I kind of had to maneuver it out of there. You guys probably know what I'm talking about if you ever buy beer. Sometimes you got to maneuver it out of the cooler a little bit. So as I pull it down, I see in my peripheral vision that they're moving, and I know they didn't have those shelves where you just like where you take a pop can and it rolls towards you, No, it is not. It's actually a lager, Matt. So I noticed it falling towards me, and I'm kind of sitting there like, duh, because I'm like, how is it falling forward? Here, there's the dude in the back, and as I pulled it out, he pushed it forward. He was stocking it, So as I'm walking out with these, I got a 12 of these, because I don't buy 6-packs. As I'm walking out, he actually exits the cooler as I'm walking past. He goes, yeah, because my wife's Brazilian, she really likes those. So I'm guessing that's probably the only reason they actually got these there. It's because the dude that works there, his wife is Brazilian. because I didn't see him there before. I just kind of caught him, like I said, a week and a half, and I've been going to this place for, I don't know, a month and a half or something like that. It does sound like an Asian beer, but it is not. It is Brazilian. Now, because of Bad Dog, I thought it was Italian, and I don't remember too much conversation. I just figured it was an Italian beer, but it's not. It is Brazilian. It's a Brazilian lager, and it says, and I think this is my first import, if I'm not mistaken, that I'm trying. It says smooth as silk, Xingu. It's a black beer. It is a lager. It does not say. I actually had to look it up because I didn't know. I kind of try to associate the glass with what I'm trying. It's 4.6% alcohol, but I did Google it. It is a lager, and surprisingly, they're twist off, which kind of surprises me. And I don't know why it surprises me. I don't know, just because all the craft beers I try, you usually need your bottle opener. But these are twist-offs, which is a little strange, I think. And they are imported from Brazil. So this should be really interesting. But I did decide on the pub glass. This is one of my favorite of the Sexy Six right here. I really do enjoy drinking out of this glass. And I've really been digging that backdoor pour. And I want to see how this Xingu performed, I mess with lager beer. Cool. So, yeah, I'm going to try this tonight. And that should be interesting. I've never even thought about trying a Brazilian beer, Not that I didn't know. I didn't think that. I'm imagining Brazil makes beer, Nathaniel, how are you, buddy? Thanks for chiming in. But it just never occurred to me to try a Brazilian beer. So I find this very interesting. And, just a little note, they give you a whole bottom to carry because these are really flimsy 6-packs. So you got to really, when you're taking them out of the cooler or the display or whatever, be very careful with them because there's not much durability to the 6-packs. As you can see, I'll show you real quick. This other end is open here, and it's really thin. If you grab it, it's probably going to rip right out of your hands. Or it, has the opportunity to. Oh, I see. There's a lobby. Oh, that's cool. Well, look at this. I hope you guys can see this. It's got like a little pull tab right here, and something tells me you're just going to kind of pull this down. Yeah, see. I see. And it's probably supposed to give you easier access. Just see if you guys can see that. So I guess you just kind of, there you go. So that's kind of neat. And that must be, they figured you're going to drink responsibly, right? And you'll be careful when you're handling this thing, especially because they told you. Mids, how are you, brother? Good to see you. Yeah, I'm trying a Brazilian beer today. Real quick, I know there's one thing I want to say. Not necessarily, and I am talking to you guys too, but I just kind of wanted to recommend that Paola Hermanson, again, a guitar player. If any of you guys are guitar players or any of you guys were interested in playing guitar, you don't necessarily have to be into Latino music at all. Mullins, how are you, buddy? Good to see you. But this chick is brilliant, man. I mean, she's just a brilliant, technically, she's just a brilliant guitar player. But anyway, she kind of stepped up her game. She doesn't need my recommendations, but I just like to do this to the channel because I know some of you guys are guitar players. But if you have not watched Paola Hermanson, she is brilliant, and she just kind of stepped up her game, and she does something that I thought was really cool. And I don't know if other people do this. Was the first time I'd seen it. Noah, how are you, man? Good to see you. She makes a video of her playing and edits it, and like today she did I want to say, I think it was a Mexican wedding song, which you guys probably like rock and roll, all that stuff, but I'm telling you, man, this chick is like really, really good. Fantastic, brilliant guitar player. Usually acoustic, she's always doing everything on acoustic. And she did like I want to say maybe a Mexican wedding song, and I know you guys have probably heard it when you were kids or throughout your life sometime. But anyway, she edits her video and then does it like in a live setting. Well, no, it's already recorded, and she plays it, and it's got her playing, and then she edits it, and like she showed like a wedding while she was playing or whatever. Well, anyway, she does a live chat during it, so she'll like enter the chat with the people from her channel that are watching it, you know, while she does like a live stream. And like I'm saying, whatever she's doing is already recorded, but she'll put it up as like and I don't know how she does this. And then there'll be a chat, like a live chat with it, and she'll enter the chat and kind of BS with everybody and stuff. So she's got a really cool channel. I think she's got 250,000 subscribers. You know, so like I said, she doesn't need my recommendation. But if you like really great guitar players, like she is really good, and she does so much really technically impressive stuff. I'm so glad she came up on my recommended, and I found her. So just to give a shout out to her. I'm starting to get a little hot. I got a fire going. I got to get this thing rocking here. This Xingu, which my buddy at work says, you know, it sounds like you're telling somebody to fuck off in a different language, you know. Genitalia shreds guitar also. Yeah, I think I've heard of her. Mullins. There's a lot of I just get surprised, you know. I remember Mullins, you know, early in my channel, you know, you think you're doing something different. Well, I'll pick up the guitar for a little bit and fuck around, and well, everybody does it, you know. It's weird, but hey, we're gonna rock this Brazilian beer, and from what I understand, it's supposed to be like twist off, but I think I got lotion on my hands or something because I'm gay. Just kidding. There we go. It is a twist off. Ooh, that smells pretty good. Let's see it. I see if I'm. It says it's smooth as silk, and it says it's a black beer. So it should be pretty dark, but it smells pretty good. It smells pretty good. We'll do a back pour. We'll do this. Trying to get you guys. Can we see the glass well? Oh, I guess I should get rid of that, huh? Sorry. There we go. All right. We'll do a backdoor pour here. Oops, I spilled it a little bit. I was a little too feverish on the pour. You can see this is a pretty dark beer. As usual, I usually fuck up my first pour, so yeah, it figures I get. Ooh, wow. Yeah, some of the remnants at the end here are like really dark. Wow. Wow, that smells it's got like a roasty type smell to it, to be honest with you. But that's pretty dark, pretty good looking beer, you know, pretty good head on it. Looks like it's already gripping the glass on the first one. I dig that. I don't know. Bad Dog might be right. This might be a good beer. I hope it is. It smells really good. Oh, yeah. It smells really good. It smells a little bitter, but wow. Yeah, I get kind of like this roasty type smell from it. We're gonna have to take a drag here. Take a drag. Yeah, I fucked up my first pour. So looks like more oil. Yeah, it's pretty holding up the light, man. There ain't no light coming through that or anything. It is a black beer, man. That's for sure. Let's hope it's smooth as silk, like they say. But look, it's hugging the glass pretty good there. I dig that. That's so far so good, and it smells nice roasty smell to it, you know. There you go, Nate. Right on, brother. I hear that, man. All right, here we go. Cheers to you. God be with you. Wow, it's smooth. Wow, it tastes pretty good. You know, I have to admit, this finishes really quick, man. I mean, the taste, like, I'm not gonna have to take another drink. That is quick. But I get kind of a Guinnessy feel, kind of a Guinnessy taste to you, you know? You get another smelling. Like I said, I do smoke, so it is possible my palate's all fucked up right now. It's 20 after 11. I've been smoking all day, But yeah, it's got a Guinnessy kind of taste. Not totally like Guinness, but if you tried it with me, you'd probably understand. Try to hold it in my. I'm not going to say it. I almost said it, and I'm not going to say it. But it's quick, and it's not dry, but it's like gone. The taste is gone. It's not like a big linger, Well, maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit. But it is smooth. There is no doubt about that. That's a pretty good beer. I can see why people like this, man. That is a pretty good beer. It's a little different, man. Does kind of have like a Guinnessy type taste to it. It is a lager, which like really impresses me. I mean, how many lagers are that tasty? Got that much taste. But like I said, it like finishes real quick, man. As soon as you get it down, man, that taste is gone. So I don't know. Maybe that's adds to some of the smoothness. I did spill a little bit, but I'm not going to get up until I'm done drinking this. And this is a 4.6, so it's not going to be whooping your ass or anything. I mean, for the most part, unless you drink. Well, hopefully I'll drink all 12. I don't know. I usually like to save too, and keep that overstock going in the fridge for all the shit that I try. But now I can see. Now my palate's opening up a little bit, and I can smell it a little bit better now. But yeah, it's a pretty good beer. I'm impressed. I don't even know how much I paid for it. That's what I. Yeah, that's right. Xingu, right? Xingu. Yeah, that's pretty good, man. That's worth having in the fridge. Like I said, I need to start paying attention to what I pay for some of these beers. But I'm not totally interested all the time, how much I'm paying. As a matter of fact, it's probably better that I don't, which sounds kind of stupid, but I don't want to stop myself from trying something that I want to try just because of the price. It is just beer, you're talking about a meal at McDonald's, Nate sucks. Oh, who needs enemies with friends like that, huh? But yeah, this is pretty good, man. Pretty good beer. I'm going to enjoy these tonight. And Bad Dog's right. I don't remember him describing it. Like I said, that was like a year. That was like when I first started watching his channel. And he had mentioned, and he knew I had a channel, and he was really cool. He gave me a fucking shout out on his channel, and Bad Dog's got a lot of fucking subscribers. So that was really cool that he did that. Because I think he heard I was trying new beers, stuff like that. And I think that's how this conversation came to fruition. So, yeah, this is pretty good, man. There's a lot to like about this, man. There's a lot to like about it. Now, once again, if you're like a domestic beer drinker, I wouldn't like jump full force into this because it's a lot tastier than your regular domestics, and it's nothing against regular domestics, man. I drink the domestics too, but you're getting some flavor with this, and like I said, I don't know what the price was, but it's pretty good, and I wouldn't mind having this in my fridge, man. Like the Troganator or anything else that I really liked. These are probably nice to have around to grab a 6-pack and maybe just something a little different, But I like them, and I really like it in my pub glass. I like the way it's holding the glass there. See, I'm not. My palate isn't good enough. I'm not. That's why I try beers. I don't review them. Is because I'm just not as good as those guys. You know, I think being a smoker has a lot to do with it. And I always say that every time I fucking get on here, but I have to. A lot of the notes I might be missing because of that. You know, that I should be nailing. You know, but it does have like a roasted kind of smell to it. Like I don't taste like chocolate or anything like that. Going. Yeah, I think so, Mids. Yeah, we'll do that in a little bit. I wanted to make sure I gave a shout out for Paola and all that happy horse shit, and explain to you why I was doing this tonight. Because I have to admit, even though I didn't go on Saturday, and it sounds like I wasn't excited because I didn't go on Saturday, I already had this beer, and I was going to do it next. But I just want to explain to you guys why I would be doing a Brazilian beer called, you know, Xingu. It's pretty good stuff, man. I like it. I like it a lot. And it is smooth. Now, in a sense, in being careful, you know, that's not a problem, really. You drink a 12 of anything, you're probably going to be messed up, you know, for the most part, because it is only 4.6. And I really like that. I really like that 6-7 range myself. I don't necessarily have to have something whooping my ass or anything, but it's pretty good. Yeah, it's gone already, and I very much enjoyed that. Pretty good beer. I'm trying to. It is. The aftertaste is reminiscent of something familiar to me, and I just can't. I worked some of the lotion off my hands. Isn't that awesome? No more gay. Ooh, you know what? I got to get a napkin because it's starting to roll towards my computer. Tom Jasper, how are you, brother? Give me 1 second. That's hilarious. You know, you think you're one of those guys that, you know, when it comes to coordination, I always kind of fucking believe I can do anything, you know, and I can't even fucking pour my first beer right. Shame on me. I am getting old, though, so let's do that again. Let's do that again. Yeah, nothing against you, Rob. That's a great comment, buddy. Oops. Where'd he go? There we go. Yeah, we'll get back to that. All right. I'm trying to get another good pour here. That's better. That's better. And you should be able to go pretty feverish on the backside here. It really does let it lay in there really good. And I really like, another thing I really like about that is when I'm dropping those drops in, it's a really dark, roasty look to it also, you know? Yeah, digging it, man. Digging it. In case you guys didn't, oh, I just put my thumb over the shit.
I just put my thumb in my ass.
I gotta get rid of some. There we go. But anyway, that's what the bottle looks like. Decent looking bottle there, right? Smooth as silk. It is a black beer. Yeah, it's pretty good, man. Pretty good. I'm digging it, man. I'm digging it a lot. Bad Dog makes those. No. Bad Dog, he's a Giants guy. He's got a channel, pretty good channel. Like I said, I was on his channel through the chat, and he recommended a beer. Yeah, I think this is like his favorite beer or something like that. So that's why he recommended it to me, and I finally found it. I had never seen it anywhere. As a matter of fact, I think I remember looking to find it in the area, and I don't think it was in our area at all. So, like I said, at this beer place that I go to, sounded like the dude's wife really likes this beer, and that's probably the only reason they had it in there. And I haven't been going there very long, so I haven't built a relationship enough to start requesting beers. You know, I didn't want to just walk in there and be like, hey, you know, can you get me this? And, you know, I figured, you know, let them know that I'm coming in there every week and try to build some kind of relationship, you know. There you go. Thomas, getting vulgar already. But anyway, cheers, brothers. This is pretty good stuff. I'm glad he recommended it to me. It is, you know what? That initial taste is like really tasty. That first taste that you get is that kind of roasted Guinness type taste. It's just weird how quickly it drops off, which is cool. I think it helps it to be smoother, you know. So yeah, pretty good stuff there. Pretty good stuff. I'll keep my napkin around just to. Oh, Thomas. I guess it's just never going to stop, is it? But that's fun, though. It is fun, Mullins. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so I wasn't like, I'll tell you what, though. I was missing it, man. After not streaming last Saturday, I did miss it. I mean, I'm glad I did it. Like I said, I kind of got like a surprise day off, which you think I would stream more, but I really did want to do the opposite after just like I said, it was storming. It was like kind of our first thunderstorm, so it was thundering and stuff, and it was really nice to just kind of sit and binge watch some stuff with the wife and munch out and veg out. We really had a nice weekend. I'm kind of glad I did that. So, but I did miss you guys. I was really looking forward to this evening. That's for sure. And I promised I wasn't going to cry. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to cry. But wow, I got to be honest with you. I don't really have too much. There's nothing to talk about, really. You know, there's nothing really going on. So I'm not really sure what we'll talk about. How can you know, one of the things that's kind of just annoying about the times now is just to hear about that virus every fucking second of every day. Might be worse than the actual virus. I don't know. I could be wrong. No, not really, Mullins. Not really. Just because the industry I'm in, I'm still working. Everything's kind of operating on a drive-through type thing or delivery. That is the one thing I totally forgot to do at the beginning of this stream. One thing I wanted to say, as I was so happy, everybody that I interacted with outside of my home, outside of my work, every place I had to stop, everybody was really cool. Everybody's really handling it well, it seems, in Ohio. As far as I can, I can't see farther than Ohio. I mean, other than the dumb shit you see on YouTube. But I just want to thank, just in case anybody might actually watch this, that might have had any kind of interaction with me at all outside of my house and work, places I had to stop. Everybody that was serving you was like just kind of wonderful. Everybody was just like really cool. And I just really appreciate that. Because you watch the news, and you get that fucking death count every day. And, and I'm not saying you shouldn't watch the news and be informed, because I think you should. But, everything really seems okay here too, Mullins. Everything seems really pretty cool here. And nobody's freaking out. Everybody seems a little bit, not too nice, but I mean, everybody's really handling it well in my area, from here to Cleveland, that whole thing. Yeah, I really don't I'm not really liking watching the news either, Thomas. It's not necessarily that I get tired of hearing of the coronavirus thing. It's just, how do I say this? I don't know. It just, I know it's important. I know what's happening is important. It's still overblown to me. It's just still, I'm still in that mode where it's still overblown to me, and it's the numbers. I try to think of myself as a numbers guy, and it's just I don't know. It's not that I don't buy it. It's not that I think it's fake or anything like that. It's not that I believe that it's not killing people and there's some kind of conspiracy or anything. I don't know. There's something like fucking trendy about it that's like really annoying me, and I really do not know how to explain it. I really don't. Yeah, me too, Thomas. Thomas Jasper Jr. Yes, it is. There's a lot of great stuff on YouTube. As a matter of fact, I think the best stuff is on YouTube. I kind of started watching for you guitar players out there, Scarified, the Paul Gilbert, Terrifying Tales of Paul Gilbert. If you guys haven't watched it and you're a guitar player, you really need to watch that because it really is a fun to watch. He just kind of explains all the stuff that was going on with him when he was growing up. And just real quick, the one I watched today, he was talking about how he kind of got started. And I can't remember the dude's name, but, he kind of lived in this farm town, and he did play in bands and stuff like that, was in several bands. He was real young. I think he was 14, 15 at the time. He's explaining, Randy Rhoads was one of his idols, and all of ours probably, but he actually saw Randy Rhoads, came near him, and at some clinic it's like the only clinic that Randy Rhoads had ever done. And he got to see him at this clinic. But anyway, it wasn't long after that Randy Rhoads had died. And he was 14, 15 at the time. And, if you played at a young age, anybody that plays at a young age, you got the whole world is your oyster, And one of his thoughts was like, God, I got this, my idol, my favorite dudes of all time, he's dead. We're never going to see him again. He's done creating music, and he came up with the idea that he'll be Randy Rhoads' replacement, which is inspiring in a certain sense. I'm sure there's going to be people out there, how dare you even say that you can replace, Anyway, Paul Gilbert's a pretty great guitar player. So he's explaining that how do I get out of here? Not my life sucks or anything like that, but if I want to move on, what's my first step to getting towards this goal of replacing Randy Rhoads as a guitar player? And I think it was Guitar Magazine or something like that. The editor or whatever had a little article saying for new guitar players, he had his address and everything. If you're a new guitar player or a young aspiring guitar player, send your tapes to such and such, and he put his address there. Well, Paul Gilbert made himself a little tape, sent it to this dude, and as soon as the dude got him, the dude called him and kind of did like a phone interview with him. Like he explains, there was no internet, wasn't big at the time. Nothing was there. You called people on phones. Which we still do, but yeah. Anyway, so this editor or whatever from Guitar Magazine, I think it was, I could be wrong. I mean, if you watch it, blah, 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 probably getting names wrong, whatever. calls him up, does this interview, and hey, do you do drugs? You know, he gives him all this kind of interview on the phone. And the last thing he asked me, he goes, "Well, how old are you?" And he's like, "Oh, 15." You know, the guy's like, "Oh, I'm pretty sure Ozzy's not going to want a 15-year-old playing for as Randy Rhodes' replacement." But that was one of the guys that helped Paul Gilbert get around and stuff, and set up. I think he helped set up Racer X. Anyway, if you haven't watched them, watch Paul Gilbert, Scarified, Tales. I think it's Tales of Terror, or I can't remember what he called it. But anyway, they're really good, and they're very interesting. You know what I'm gonna do though? I'm gonna grab a quick smoke, man. I know I'm kind of petering out, but it got a little warm in here really quick, and I'm gonna grab a quick smoke. So give me 30 seconds to a minute and 30 seconds, Yeah, give me a little bit. Those are good beers, those, man. I like those. They're pretty good. Yeah, give me a little bit, and I'll send that the StreamYard to the chat if anyone wants to come in in a little bit. I just kind of got a little warm. Need some fresh air and some smoky. Oops. But yeah, I'm guessing there's probably a lot of people streaming tonight. Hopefully they're all drinking beer. Yeah, it was kind of warm all day, and then it kind of got into evening. It started to cool down, so I wanted to make a fire. And it's a little warm in here. It got warm in here real quick, so I needed to have a smoke, get some cool air, let it run from the old homestead. So if you pardon me, I'll be back in about 30 seconds. I mean, actually on screen. But yeah, those Xingus are pretty good stuff, man. Pretty easy drinking. It is. They are smooth. They are what they say they are. And BADDOG was right. It's a good beer. I'm curious if that might not be good. I don't think it's creamy enough to do like a Guinness topper with it. And I don't mean to take Guinness and put it on the Xingu. I mean to take a Xingu and sub it for a Guinness and maybe top a wheat beer with it. Or maybe even like a Dortmunder or something. I don't know. Brazilian Gold. I don't know. I have to try that. I might have to experiment off camera. But it's pretty good. For a lager, that's a pretty tasty beer. Not that I don't like lagers. I just that's probably the tastiest lager I think I've ever had. And I haven't had them all, so don't take it the wrong way. Like, Rudy knows all lagers, but that's a pretty good beer. I would drink it. I could drink it regularly. I don't know, it is possible It is possible that because I know it's an import, because I know it's a Brazilian beer. Maybe I'm let my boogers. That noise is popcorn being made in the microwave. Anyway, yeah, that's a pretty good, tasty beer. I am very much enjoying it. I will put the StreamYard into the chat. Bam. In case anyone wants to get in and paste. There we go. It just takes me a little bit. Yeah, so anybody wants to get on. Hey, how about the hunters, man? If you're a hunter, like Mid Plugs was saying, you're kind of ahead of the game right now. You know, your freezer's probably stocked. You can protect it. You know, one of the advantages, you know, of being a hunter fisher, you know, you're ahead of the game in times like these in a certain reality. You know, I don't know. Someday I will be. I think. I think someday that's coming for me. And it is 360. You know, it's not that I like fish or deer meat. You know, there's a lot of reasons to maybe broaden your horizons and learn stuff like that. And especially in times like these, you know, it's makes you think about. Thank you. What kind of independence that kind of brings you, you know, which is just one of many factors besides like good food and stuff like that, you know. But I wish my freezer was stocked with deer meat right now. You know, I bet a lot of us do. Or fish, or, you know, whatever you're hunting. So that's kind of cool about them. You know, one more thing, I got to give a shout out to all the drivers out there that are working through this whole crises, getting us our stuff, man. You know, and obviously on this channel from the get-go, we were big. I guess I kind of include Stumler in this, but big police, firemen, drivers. You know, drivers are very important to this country. There's no doubt. I mean, probably every country, you know, I'm sure. But I really appreciate those guys that do what I don't like to do and do it well, you know. Stock our Walmart, stock our grocery stores. These guys are the shit, man. They're the real internet, the mobile internet's, you know, getting us all our shit to us, you know. Boy, I'm getting a little hot. Yeah, that got hot quick. I have to keep drinking furiously. But I haven't seen, CeeLo hasn't got in here. I would have liked to have him get some kind of update. See if he actually learned anything new about the coronavirus. But yeah, I'm kind of running out of things to talk about. No, I'm just kidding. I never run out of things to talk about. Because I got a guitar over there. I could always pick that sumbitch up. But I won't. My hands itch because I have allergies. It's spring. So if you catch me scratching my hands, that's what's happening. Oh, boy, is that good. That's pretty good. I don't want to say it's my favorite. I can't say that. But I'm pleasantly surprised with this Xingu. It is a pretty good beer. Pretty good beer. And it's a nice casual drink, too, man. Real nice casual drink. It is smooth. I don't know. I don't know any loggers that hug the glass like this, so that impresses me too. And I'll say it every time I try a beer. You get me a beer that's going to hug a glass, I'm going to keep thrusting my hand forward and drinking on that.
What's up, man?
Hey, brother, how you
Doing all right.
I'm doing good, buddy. I can barely hear you. Let me make sure your mic isn't turned down or something.
I
I
don't
can
think
hear
it
you pretty
is.
good. No, you're good. You're good. How you been, man? How's your training coming?
It's going all right. I haven't trained that much because I've been whatchamacallit, I've been busy with other things. But I have been doing it a little here, a little there. That's probably about it, but not a lot.
Huh. So you haven't been pretty much at home all the time. You've been busy, you've been working, or?
I've been home, but I've been working too. It's like almost a little bit of like same of both. But yeah,
Well, that's good. That's
I still
good.
keep myself occupied.
Yeah. So how you been? What you been up to lately? What do you want to talk about, buddy?
I don't, honestly, I don't know what to talk about, but like, what was going on? Were you trying to find things to talk about?
Yeah, I was kind of, I had some stuff I wanted to talk about, but as I started introducing the beer, I don't write stuff down, and I should. Um,
Well, lately I've been spontaneous, but if it's gotten to that point for you, then yeah, it probably is better to write stuff down. I've done it a few times. It's helped me.
right. Yeah. I actually, when I wasn't doing live streams and I was just doing videos like through my phone, I would write stuff down. I'd look at my notes and, I would do that. But once I kind of started doing it much more random, I kind of quit doing that. But that's a pretty good idea to actually write down the shit that you want to cover.
I have ideas
Because, like I said, I'll forget.
I have a bunch of ideas on a paper, but I don't know where the paper is. It's somewhere amongst all my stuff wherever I write notes down or something. Something.
That's funny.
I just have to stop. Okay, yeah.
I have been watching a lot of UFC, a lot of boxing, a lot of stuff on YouTube. That's what's great about YouTube. It's like everything's on there. You watch all the old boxing matches and highlights of everybody. I was a big Costa Zoo fan, and just today I was watching a lot of his highlights and stuff, and because I know his son's boxing now, and I haven't heard anything about him like in the last year. I think it's what the hell is his name? Is it Robert Zoo or Donnie Zoo? Can't remember his son's name, but evidently he's working his way up the ranks too, and I haven't fucking heard shit. I hope everything's okay, but
it's just with this whole Corona thing going down, there's not a lot going on.
Right.
There really isn't. Like, there's only stories of people like, this is what I'm doing home, and that's probably the newest shit. Sorry, excuse my language. I should have more respect for my elders. Whether it be 10, 30, 10 or 30 years, I just need to watch it.
Well, I appreciate you coming on, bud.
But I just want to stop by for a little bit because my phone's actually dying. I literally just got off another stream. I told them later. I remember being on this stream, but yeah, I got stuff to do before I gotta go to bed.
Oh, that's cool. I'm glad you stopped in, man. It was good to hear from you, buddy. And for the most part, you're always welcome. Especially when it's open as it is tonight. There isn't too much going on, and there isn't any sports to talk about or anything ultimately. And That's why I'm watching all these old fights and stuff. I've been digging those down but not out, top 10 down but not out, just boxers that got knocked down, wind up coming back and winning, best comebacks. I've been watching a lot of those top 10 highlights, Um,
It's been a while since I've
course,
been on a stream with you. It feels like I was like thinking to myself, I'm like, when's Rudy G Funk coming up again?
Yeah, I skipped last weekend. At the beginning of the video, I kind of explained that, but yeah, I took a little bit of a break last week, and I usually come on every Saturday night. So especially when when the Browns aren't playing, normally me and Stumber stream the Browns games, but when it is off season, I always just roll with the new beers and Saturday night. So yeah, that's what I was kind of explaining at the beginning, hoping everybody didn't think that they just missed notifications or something, because I'm usually here Saturday night streaming.
Yeah, whatchamacallit, I'm just the only reason I'm taking off so soon is just because I work tomorrow, so I'm only doing what I can for now before I go to bed. Because I always go to bed at a latest time. I always do. It never fails. Unless
Later
if
than
I,
you want to?
yeah, say if I even worked hard, sometimes I fall asleep at 1 when I try falling asleep at like 12, and I consider 12 early to me.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, I'm a napper, I usually work, get home relatively early, and then I'll nap, and then I'm usually up till midnight every night, But
That's probably my issue.
I'm not a middle of the day person. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm saying that that's probably my issue. I don't nap enough to probably be a little bit more energetic because I'm always like at it, and sometimes I forget to like actually give myself a break because that's really important.
Yeah, rest is good. I used to nap before I worked out. I would take a 2 hour nap, get up, drink some coffee, hang out for about an hour, and then go work out. It always really worked for me, man. I know that. Now I'm just some old fat guy, but that's what I used to do, and it used to work for me.
You don't think working out will help a little bit?
Oh yeah, yeah. Work out does wonders, man. Out does wonders for you, both energy and I think it keeps your brain going too. There was this old kind of, everybody used to think that people that worked out were stupid. I think they just kind of associate working out with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and just because of the way he talks, they probably think he's stupid, but he's not. He's actually kind of a smart guy, I mean, how many, but, scientifically, it gets more oxygen to your brain, it keeps you kind of on your toes a little bit mentally, which a lot of people don't realize, but
you actually detox stuff out of your brain.
They say working out makes you smarter.
Yeah, it makes you smarter.
Right. See, it's drinking beer that makes you dumb,
Makes me want one, but I'm not 21. A good one, not
yeah, that's funny.
But it was
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that last thing you said.
Oh no, I said a good one, not a trash one.
Oh, a trash beer?
Yeah. No trash beers. I don't tolerate that. But anyway, I'm gonna take off, man. You have a good night. You enjoy the stream, and whoever's watching this stream. Hold on, I gotta check the comments too. Do you ever break when you work out? That's hilarious. Did you read it right when I read it?
Constantly. I break wind when I do everything.
Because as soon as I got done reading it, I heard
I
you
break
crying
wind when
out.
I'm breaking wind.
I do that a few times. It depends what I eat, but you know what? It's not supposed to be normal in the gym. I don't think. Human testing, yes. In the gym,
You
no.
effer.
But
Oh,
you have a good
Infinity's
night,
cracking
man.
me up. I gotta put this one up too. I just like seeing his logo there, you know.
Hold on, I got.
You effer. You effer cut ass when you drink burr. Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh dang it! I messed it up.
What are you doing?
Launching stuff.
Launching stuff.
I mean, come on. I just like to. That's one way to keep me occupied.
When's the last time you played paper football? You guys used to play that in school too?
Yeah. That feels like around the beginning of my senior year. That's probably the last time. And that was whenever I was 17, and I'm 19 now. And I'm turning 20 this year.
Congratulations, man. 20's a pretty cool age. Oh.
20 is a crazy age. I feel like I'm going crazy.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we lose, sir?
I'm a little bit confused of why you didn't laugh at the name. Can you hear me? Hello, testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Well, I can't see all. I see Joe Biden's, and then it's got the 3 dots. I can't see the rest of it.
Hey, I'll catch up with you guys later. I hope you guys stay safe, you know.
Oh, fuck off, pal. Hold on, I'll be right back.
What the fuck was that about?
Yeah, I can't see the rest of it.
Well, anyway.
You're dark, sir. As soon as he got on, you blacked out. Oh, there you go.
Well, it's because I was like right about to take off, and I forgot I switched the camera because I was showing off this, flicking that with a pen.
Oh.
But I'm not sure if you missed it.
Well, hey, if you go, bro, and I don't, I'm bullshitting. You be safe, brother. All right, and I appreciate you coming on, man.
All right, for sure, man. You have a good one.
Yeah, be safe, buddy.
Hey, Rudy, are you able to see and hear me now? Are you able to see and hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you pretty good.
All right.
There's some water in the background, and I can't. Hold on a second. Let me turn my shit up here. It's only at 75%. So,
all right.
If I turn me up all the way, there you go.
Well, I had a pretty good thought out username for the StreamYard today. When it comes to Joe Biden's last brain cell. Can we get your thoughts on that? Are you praying for his last brain cell? Are you, I guess, what's your opinion on it?
Oh, poor Joe. I just feel bad for Joe, man, to be honest with you. I'm on the other side, but I just feel bad for Joe, man. He's just not looking so good, man.
Yeah, this is Joe Biden. I tell you what, back in the day, I had me them damn Shanghai shivers, and I tell you what, with that cornball Jackson, Bubby, I tell you what, they're sharing. You don't want to fuck with them Shanghai shivers. The Shanghai shivers.
Oh, God. I love that guy.
Nah.
I love that guy.
He's fucked in the head.
Poor Joe.
He's probably a fucking pedophile, to be truthful with you. But
yeah, no doubt. He's the hair toucher guy, right?
Yeah, let me ask you a
question.
Go ahead. So, someone in my company, gifted a bunch of people, like, sent one of those baskets you can order online. So one of the things that were inside it was mostly sausage and cheese. There's like 3 different kinds of sausages, 3 different kinds of cheese. One of the cheeses is goat cheese. Have you ever had that before?
Goat cheese? I've never had goat cheese before. Oh, I think we lost your volume. Yeah, we lost your volume. There you go. But I can't hear you still. It didn't get muted. Get muted. Yeah, it's your end. Yeah, I put the oh, I cuts it off. I can only see Biden's, and then it's got the.
All right. Are we good to go now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, perfect. But yeah, that's like I never had goat cheese. It's still wrapped up. I want to try it, but I don't know. I've read so many things when it comes to mixed feelings about it. Some say it's really good. Some say it's going to make you puke. So
yeah, I think I'm just like everybody else. When I hear something weird, I just kind of hesitate. Like, do I really want to try this? When there's so many other great cheeses out there, is this so much better? Where I need to try it?
Right. But you can't go wrong with some good cheese, though. Some good Swiss cheese, some Colby Jack, pepper jack cheese. I mean,
pepper jack, man.
Pepper jack. Yeah,
put that shit on everything, man.
Especially on burgers. I mean, you're from Ohio. Have you ever been down to Amish country?
Not since I was a kid. Like we went there for school or some shit.
Yeah, they have some fucking good ass. They have some good ass cheese. I'll tell you what.
So they have like a deli, right? Because I had a buddy at work that went down with his wife, and he says you got to check this place out, man. You want to buy that place out when you go there,
Oh yeah, because the Amish make it. I mean, they know how to cook and produce whatever type of food that it is. I forget what part of Ohio.
They know how to bowl too, evidently.
Yeah, I forget what part of Ohio is like the biggest Amish population.
Is it really?
No, I can't remember what part of Ohio has the biggest Amish population. I know Pennsylvania. I know Lancaster or Lancaster, however the fuck you pronounce it. Like that's the biggest there. Where's that in Ohio? Is it Mansfield?
Mansfield? Or is it probably?
I know it's somewhere.
Sounds good to me.
It's somewhere East Ohio.
Yeah, I know. I thought it was south, wasn't it? Southern. Yeah, actually, the Amish aren't really too far from me. They're just a little south. We're right on the fucking lake, so everything's south. But half hour, 45 minutes away, we got Amish. Riding around shitting in the roads with their horses.
Shitting in the roads. Let me ask you a question though, because I want to move up. I'm looking at a place right now that's right on the lake right there. Is it? And by the way, you're talking. So when it comes to like that lake effect snow, I get the lake effect snow, but when you're right on that lake, is it just constant wind coming like every single day at all parts of the day, or?
No, it's not. We're kind of opposite lake effect snow, basically. Like we're you're talking about snowbelt stuff, right?
Yeah, because especially in downtown Cleveland, they get the lake effect snow, and all the way up in Avon, all the other is Strongsville. No, Strongsville's not up that way. just all up that like northern side, like going up northeast of Lake Erie right there.
Yeah, we get it's kind of the opposite. You know, the snow belt will get a lot of snow. We might not get any. But what is true though about the lake is, oh, hold on, let me make sure I get this right. It's warmer longer close to the lake and cooler longer. You know, it'll stay warmer around here once winter starts, and then when winter ends, it'll stay cooler longer. So where Cleveland might be in the 60s, we might be 50s. You know what I'm saying? At the end of this winter. So there is a lake effect, but it's not the lake effect that you're talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So let me ask you, what's the temperature been like over where you're at lately? Like today,
it's been
for example.
50s. Yeah, it was really nice. It was really nice until dark, and then I had to wind up making a fire. You know, it got, you know, lower 40s, upper 30s, I think. Probably be wrong.
Okay.
But it's not like ridiculously windy. Now, we're not right on the lake. You know, like I said, we're like 500 yards away. So, but if you're, you know, there's a shopping center up the road. If you're in the shopping center, it's going to be windy. There's a windmill there, you know, to save the world. So
yeah, but it's sort of interesting, you know, just switching the topic to the coronavirus. It's just like sort of interesting, you know, with everything that's transpiring. Like, why are we shutting everything down when H1N1 was 100,000 times worse? It's just, I mean,
yeah, that is. Hey, Mullins. Yeah, you be safe, brother. Hope to see you soon. Yeah, you know, kind of like I was saying earlier, and I don't know if you were on then when I was flapping my big ass lips about it. There's something nowadays about trends and how they get kind of blown out of proportion that kind of bothers me about this. And like I said, it's not that I'm not taking it seriously or anything like that. I mean, but you hear it now on the news. Every second of every newscast mentions, you know, and they're not really giving you any other news other than like a death count, you know?
Yeah.
It's like there's nothing really informing anything except for the doctors, you know?
The hospitals are fucking empty. Like, there's literally so much fucking outcry and everything. The hospitals are fucking empty. I mean, when the summer comes, a virus does not live through a fucking summer. It cannot survive in the fucking heat. So open the shit back up. Give us our goddamn baseball because I missed opening day with the Tribe. Yeah, no doubt. Things need to return to normal as soon as possible. I'm with Trump. You know, if this tide starts to turn and we start these incidents start to curb, you know, I'm all about, you know, opening things back up, you know. And I'm not saying that people that think that are cowards. I'm just saying, you know, it is what it is, you know. You can still open everything up and still not hug your fucking grandma, you know. I mean, Open the fucking plants back up. Open the businesses up. Like, let's go. Like, get this shit back rolling. There's no fucking point.
I agree.
Every fucking
let's
thing
rock
down.
and roll, man.
It's just going to fucking hurt us. Like, let's fucking open America back up and fucking boost that fucking economy.
I just wonder how much this was avoided. Just everybody washing their fucking hands. You know, if there was ever a model for what the fuck to do, you know. How many times you be at work or something like that and you'll see like 10 guys that never wash their hands after they take a fucking piss or a shit, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm not mad at them or anything like that, but I mean, this is kind of like an awareness thing, you know? Because flu kills people too, man. The flu kills people too. You don't wash your fucking hands. You're gonna give somebody the flu. You fucking kill their grandma for
more people than this fucking coronavirus does. I'll tell you what. Back in February, I'm not sure if it was bad where you were, but like even myself, my whole office was fucking wiped out within a matter of 3 weeks. Everyone having the flu. It was the worst fucking flu. I never get the flu. I don't get flu shots. This is the first time I had the flu in the past 5 years. And I'm telling you what, this shit was fucking terrible. I was bedridden for like 4 days.
Yeah, didn't Quantrill Bishop, didn't he had the flu for like a week, didn't he? Well, he said it was coronavirus, but
oh my god.
He obviously had the flu that whooped his ass.
Fucking Chucky Martin down in fucking Boardman, Ohio.
Is that his name, Chuck Martin?
Yeah, yep. He's a fucking animal, dude. I'm telling you what. He literally instilled Ohio.
Cool.
Yeah. Did you watch him like back when he was tackling trees and shit, or? Did you watch him back when he was tackling trees?
I did not. What was his other name for Quantrill Bishop? Because I used to follow him.
It was El Presador.
That's right.
Yeah. When you get the free time, look at like El Presador like tree. And this dude literally goes in the middle. I'm telling you what. He goes in the middle of the woods. He goes in the middle of the woods and just fucking like trees they're not really alive anymore. They're just dead. Like even ones sitting 100 foot in the fucking air. Dude just fucking lines up in a 3-point stance and fucking shoulders them and just fucking plows them over. It's the funniest shit you ever watched in your life.
Oh shit. But I remember seeing the one where he was saying he wanted to be the quarterback for the Browns and they had to check him out and he was on like a tennis court. I have to admit, I quit watching him for a while after that. I was just like, jeez Christ. But it was funny, it was hilarious.
Yeah. The dude's lost his goddamn mind. Like, there's some of this shit he puts out. Like, I'm doing a 1 month cigarette experiment, and he's smoking Newports for a month. And next, his fucking cat got stolen, and he's reviewing drain cleaners and. When football wars around,
steal a cat. Who steals cats?
I don't know. I
guess a fan or something, right? He's got like 1,000 fucking subscribers. Is it one of those like Korean hostage? Where they take the animal hostage and Oh, we lost you, dude.
No, hold on. We're good.
Oh,
I pressed the wrong button, but no, his cat ran away or something like that happened. But where the fuck's Scottzilla at? I'm surprised I haven't seen him on here. I've been seeing him live a little bit, but
I saw him do some videos and I chimed in, but then he shut down after I chimed in. But Road Dog, how you doing, man? Good to see you. How you been?
But yeah, we gotta get baseball season up and fucking running, dude. I'm telling you, I'm fucking dying without baseball.
I'm sorry I brought it, but it's good to see you, man. Thanks for chiming in.
We need fucking baseball. We need football. We need fucking spring training. We need the whole fucking 9 yards. You agree?
Yeah, fucking Bad Dog's got to be hurting, man. No basketball, man. That was the reason to watch Bad Dog because I loved I'm not a basketball fan, but I would watch Bad Dog doing his streams instead of watching the games because I just liked his commentary on it,
Yeah. Basketball's fucking
He's got to be. I don't think he's hurting monetarily or anything. I'm just saying, he's just like you need your fucking sports and they're not there,
Yeah. I mean, basketball is fucking boring, dude. I fucking hate that shit. I liked it when LeBron was here, but basketball is just, I mean, it's a joke. It's just people going through the fucking motions.
Hey, it's a fun game to play, man. You know.
Oh, yeah.
See, that's how I like baseball too. You know, I mean, I like baseball, but I can't listen to it, man. Stumbler listens to it. Stumbler likes to listen to baseball, and that I can't stand that. You know, the stats. I can't stand the stats every 5 seconds. You know what I mean?
You're telling me
Stumbler loves.
You're telling me you don't like listening to fucking Sports Time Ohio with Rick Manning and Matt Underwood calling the fucking game every night? Come on now.
Well, who does the games? Who's the guy that does the games? I like him.
It's Rick Manning and Matt Underwood. Rick Manning was a former Cleveland Indian pro, and Matt Underwood's just a color commentator.
Well, at the field, on the field. Who's that dude? Who's the announcer there?
I don't know who the actual announcer is. I know the big radio broadcaster. That's Tom Hamilton.
Is it Tom Hamilton? Maybe that's who I'm thinking of. Because I do like hearing him.
Like whenever he calls the walk-off home runs and everything.
Right. Wasn't Just a bit outside? Wasn't it all modeled after him? What the hell is that movie?
What is
about the
it?
Indians?
Yeah, with Charlie Sheen.
Yeah.
I actually watched it last night.
I do like hearing the real
Major League. I think it's called Major League.
That's right. I can't believe I forgot. I'm an idiot.
But yeah, it's Tom Hamilton. That's the radio announcer that, Carlos Santana.
I think that's what I'm thinking of.
And he's way back gone.
Way back. Yeah, he's good. He's good. I do like him. I like hearing his replays though. I like hearing his highlights though. I can't listen to him. I can't listen to baseball straight, like just have baseball on my radio as I'm driving. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I fucking miss that.
Me and Stumble used to drive to work together, and when he would drive, he would always put baseball on, And when I would drive, I would always put Rush Limbaugh on, and we would both be mad at each other, the whole time we were driving because we get to listen to what we want,
God, I miss that fucking team. That was honestly probably one of the most talented teams we've had in a while since probably fucking Omar Vizquel and all those boys. Yeah, we lost to the Mariners, but when we had Carlos Santana, Jason Kipnis, Michael Brantley,
that Mariners lost really fucking hurt, man.
Same way with, I remember, was it 2016 against the Cubs? We're up 3-1.
God, that's fucking sad, man. Oh, hey, Rogue, I took a night off last weekend, and I need it. I missed you guys. I really did. I was withdrawing a little bit that next week. I was like, oh my God, I gotta wait till fucking next Saturday.
I'll be right back. I need to go fucking smoke me some dope.
Yeah. What is it? Ozark came on, and me and the wife it was really stormy out here, really gloomy and stormy, and binge watching weather. And I didn't want to break that up, so I wound up kind of not getting in the mood to stream. And I am glad I did that. I took the night, but I was withdrawn this week. I've been anticipating doing this, so yeah. Took a night off, drunk as shit, right? Right. But hey, this BADDOG special is pretty good, man. I'm gonna have to. I think I can get in there and piss. I'm gonna have to piss and have a smoke. So you guys have to excuse me for a second. Oh, that's really drinkable and tasty. I'm very impressed with this Brazilian lager. So give me a second, guys. You know what though? Even though I didn't stream last week, I think I kind of needed it, and I can't really explain it other than, it's kind of a don't know what you got till it's gone type thing. Me not streaming made me kind of withdraw a little bit. I really couldn't wait to get on this, to be honest with you. I am going to have a half a smoke while I'm on. I got to let some cool air in here. It got too hot too quick, so I'm going to sit and pour a beer. I don't know if you guys saw this. Anybody that hasn't seen this, anybody that's on here, this 6-pack. Oh, sorry, Rogue. I got to get rid of your shit, dude. You know I love you. Anyway, so the 6-pack opens up. It's got like a little rip right here. Then you go boop, boop, boop. And there's a goddamn beer. Ooh, I got to pour me one. That's what I meant to do. Give me just a second. Don't tell on me that I'm smoking in the house. Backdoor pour. There it is. It's a pretty good looking beer, huh? I was a little feverish, but I'll be okay. Blam. And I love those dark drips coming in the ass there. Pardon my language. I'll let you guys look at this while I'm fucking around. Oh man, it's warm. Yeah, it's weird. Something I realized after we got the wood stove is the difference between temperatures that are the same. Does that make sense to you? I don't necessarily want the stream to be about that by any means, but 74 degrees is different than other 74 degrees. I'm not talking about wind chill or anything like that. Maybe moisture, maybe, I don't know. I know that numerically 74 degrees is 74 degrees and that's it, but it's not. There's nuances to temperatures. A dry 74, a wet 74. I don't know. I think I should shut the fuck up about that. I sound like an idiot. That's what I think. However, my beer's getting too far away from me. But a pretty good looking lager there, I must say. Bad Dog was right. I'm pretty impressed for a lager. That's pretty impressive stuff there. It's an easy, smooth, tasty. It's got a lot of stuff going for it. I'm pretty impressed with it. I'm having a good time tonight drinking, to be honest with you. Sorry, I need another drink. Rogue, are you still there? Nice. Rogue, if you're still there, we should talk about China. quiet. Excuse me a second, I have to get my dog in. Yeah, give me a second, guys. Let me just load that here. Ooh, those are stinky. Come on. Come on, good boy. Good boy. You're a good boy. You're a good boy. Let's make them fat ass feet off of yours, right? Oh, you're pretty good. Pretty good there, buddy. One thing great. Oh, totally learned with Vin is it's nice that we had a few sunny days and the yard's like firming up, you know. So much easier to let Vinny in. I'm gonna wipe his fucking paws off, you know. Jesus Christ, man. This whole last 4 months is, like I said, been, 40 degrees and moisture, and the yard's been shit. It looks like a fucking horse stall out there. But yeah, there's to you guys anyway. Enjoying my Xingu, guys. Here's to you. Pretty good stuff. I must say, this is the best lager I have ever tried. This is the best lager I've ever tried. That's pretty good stuff. Thanks, Vin, for your contribution. Oh, but yeah. Let's talk about China, Rogue, if you're still here. So I saw this very good. There's a philosopher that I watch on YouTube. His name's Steve Molyneux. No, it's not Chinese beer. It sounds like it because it's called Xingu, but it's actually Brazilian. So just so you know, Rogue. So he made a video, and I really like this guy. I try to watch him as much as I can, but I'm dumb, so I got to watch how much I watch. I got to be careful because I might get smart or something. Really good dude, and he went over and he was doing documentaries, which are free on YouTube. His name's Steve Molyneux, and I'm sure if you spoke into your phone, it would come up because his last name's spelled like Mixelflix. Remember Mixelflix back in the fucking League of Super Shit guys on TV? And the spelling is just really weird. Real good guy, real smart fella. And he did some free documentaries that I believe are all on YouTube. And he was over there. Excuse me. Thank you. He did some documentaries on the protests over there, which I haven't watched yet. But I do watch his channel often as I can. And he made this analogy that I really enjoyed about what went on with this whole thing. And I'm going to add one on to his analogy. All right, get out of here. Get out of here. Go on. I'm squeezing you. Get out of here. I'm boxing you out, dude. Come on, get out of there. Go on. Damn dogs. Anyway, he put it this way. let's say you're a homicide detective, okay? So there's a CEO, okay? And he's this big jerk to all his employees and stuff. He pays them shit, rips everybody off, you know, and he's got these protesters outside his house. And this is the add-on. Because he didn't add this on to his analogy. So you're a homicide detective, and there's a CEO that's getting these protests. Excuse me. I'm being, what would you call it? Annoyed. You're a homicide detective. There's a CEO that all the employees hate because he rips them off and he controls them and he does all kinds of stuff. So they all protest outside his house. Okay? So out of nowhere, here comes this ambulance, pulls up into his driveway, hauls his wife out, right? All the protesters are like, hey, what the fuck's going on? You know, here his wife was poisoned by a virus. Okay. So this is the analogy. You're a homicide detective. You are. So the protesters are like, hey, what the hell is going on? You know, well, my wife is contaminated with this virus, you know, and we don't know what it is, blah, blah, blah. So you show up to this CEO's place. And all the protesters scurry, you know, they don't want this virus on them. You know, all the protesters are gone. That's the add-on part that Stephen Molyneux didn't put in his analogy. So you talk to the husband. Hey, what happened with your wife? What's going on here? You're like, oh, she's got some virus. You know, she needs to get to the hospital and get her shit together, you know, give her some kind of anecdote or something. Well, you know, what happened, you know? He's like, well, she ate some fish today, you know? So you're the homicide detective, you know, you run off and you find out, well, she didn't eat any fish today. She wasn't eating any fish. As far as you know, through your investigation, she didn't eat any fish. And then you go back to the husband and he goes, oh, no. She eats a bunch of exotic animals, right? You're like, oh, okay. You know, so you go investigate and you just realize that she's been eating exotic animals all her life, you know? And you go back to the husband and you say, well, sir, you know, she's been eating exotic animals all her life. You know, how does she get this virus? He's like, well, you know, I'm not really sure. And then you go, well, sir, where do you work? And he says, well, I work at this bioweapons lab, which is like a level 4 bioweapons lab. And you go, oh, okay, I see. Huh. So what are you supposed to believe? You know? What are you supposed to believe after your investigation about the husband? And this is kind of what happened with this whole virus thing. I don't know. Maybe after me saying this, maybe you might never see this video again. But that was a pretty good analogy, I think, of Stephen Molyneux on what happened with China here. Oh, and he didn't add this on, but I will. You disappear after you find this out. You want to go tell everybody, and you disappear. You are no longer a homicide detective. You're nothing now because nobody can find you. That's what's going on with China. Am I wrong? Let me know. Let me know if I'm wrong. Let me know if it was really our military that like brought it to them, trying to destroy China, you know? I'm pretty sure that's not how it went. But anyway, too many coincidences with the the whole Chinese there, in case anybody's there listening. I think I missed my hair up. Bastards. Yeah, this ain't Chinese beer. Oh, it is good though. It is pretty good. I'm pretty impressed with it, man. And it hugs the glass. See? I don't know too many lagers. Maybe I don't try enough lagers. This has got to be the best lager I think I've ever had, I must say. I'm going to go ahead and state that. Who knows, Rogue? You know? I'm not really sure that's true. I don't really know that that's true. The way they suppress their media and control it, I'm not really sure that's true. Right? They might, our media is more than happy to fucking report that shit. Oh, China's, they're so much better than America, and all the clowns like line up. Yeah, see, China's better than America, I don't know. I don't know if I believe it, Rogue, I just don't. I just don't, man. Too many coincidences. And I think it starts with the protest, If everybody remembers what the hell was going on there all before this, what a great way to get rid of your enemies all at the same time. I don't know, man. Sounds like some pretty evil shit, man, Infect your own. If that's true, man, that's some pretty evil shit there. Of course, I don't know if me and CeeLo mentioned this the last time I had him on. One of their old war tactics was to load up shits full of the dead and send them over their enemies, and disguise it as like a load ship or something like that, or something that would make them think that it's a reputable ship. That's one of the tactics that they would use. I don't know. It's just it's too many coincidences, or I just don't buy shit that's come out of there. I just don't. It's not over there, I don't think it's over there, Rogue. I don't buy it yet. I don't buy it. And what else makes me suspicious is the Russian thing, Yeah, I don't. I think I trusted them when I was young, but when I kind of became a little bit educated on them, I was losing trust pretty quickly with them. But the Russian thing makes me suspicious too, is how quickly, because them and Russia have been becoming like pals, of late. And Russia shut their shit down pretty quick. As a matter of fact, I think they shut their shit quicker than everybody else. So something tells me somebody gave them, watch out for this shit. Yeah. You got to watch China, man. And another thing I remember from the Chinese-Korean War, and I talked to this, I mentioned this to a lot of friends at work. One of their tactics in war was they would send like 20,000 troops, and like 10,000 of them would be armed. And the 10,000 that weren't armed were there to, in case their buddy got shot, they could just pick up the gun. That was one of their tactics. So, I don't really think China cares too much about their population. Yeah, yes, they do. Yes, they have. Through a lot of dumb policy and a lot of stuff, China has worked their tentacles into us. There's no doubt about that. There's no doubt about that, man. Yeah, I don't fear China, and I don't trust them. So that's where a very good friend of mine at work and I would kind of go back and forth with is because they have so many people. He has this not fear. He's not like, oh God, China, but he thinks better of them. I think because they have more people, and I was always on the opposite end of the spectrum. Is they don't fucking care about their people, you know. And one of my demonstrations was that technique that they would use, especially in the Korean War, when we were actually fighting China, is hey, just get out there and, you know, they fucking talk these guys into just running out there without weapons, you know, because they're so smart, you know, and they care about women and children and the elderly, you know. I just, and it seems from a tactical point, like you might even, I don't know. I don't appreciate that by any means, but I could see where somebody would say how brilliant that is, you know? Yeah, I think there's an expendability with most of their population to from the government. And by no means do not think that this is an anti-Chinese rant that I'm going on here, because I love Chinese people, man. I do. But when it comes to the collective, you know, the communist regime that's going on there, you know, fucking commies just don't care. They that's how they get into office, is they act like they care, and they don't fucking give a shit. I mean, you know, history just shows they do not fucking care, and lots of people die in those kind of regimes, and they will. You know, time will prove it again. History will prove it again. It'll keep proving it, because that's what it does. History keeps proving shit. And communism sucks, man. That's all there fucking is to it, man. And they're fucking commies. Fucking commies. Yeah. So how you doing, Rogue? You doing well, buddy? Are you having a nice evening? Who else is streaming tonight? Should I get off and should we go to some stream, or are we cool here? What do you guys want to do? Uh-oh. Everybody wants to rule the world. Yeah. I'm not really sure why. I get it, I think, in a power sense. I don't know. I don't know where Scottzilla is. I'll hang out though, dude. I got time, and I'm, you know, these aren't real potent, so I'm going to be on for a while if you guys want to hang out. So stay. Although I am getting a little hot. Even Vinny, I notice he's on the hearth, laying down there. I don't know if you guys can see him. You know, who fucking wants to see my dog? I get it. You see him laying on the hearth there? Look at that big old tub of shiny shit there. Oh, but anyway, yeah, we're not getting off. I just want to show how stupid Vinny is. But you know what's weird? I think he lays on that hearth he gets both. You know, he lays on the hearth and he's like kind of cool, even though the hearth like actually absorbs heat pretty good. Those hearths are like, they're like fucking just, what a wonderful product these hearths are, you know? Ashes get on them, they get nicked and all kinds of shit, and it's like they just look great like all the time. They're like these, I don't know what, they're like Hulks. They're like the Hulk. It's like having the Incredible Hulk in your house, having a hearth or hearth or hearth, he arth, he arth. I always say it wrong, and my old lady keeps yelling at me because I say it wrong. But anyway, I always think he's too hot, but he lays right by the stove, because I think like half of his body is cool, and then like the heat radiates off the top side of him. So it's kind of it's a weird thing, very strange, weird thing. Ooh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go hack a smoke. I think I gotta pee again. And I think I need another beer. Yeah, it's one of these. We're in a transitional period here now, so stick with me. I won't go away. I won't shut down. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That's a lager. I have to admit, I'm pretty impressed with this. Pretty impressed with it. A lot of the beers I've tried are good. When I found out, I didn't know what it was. Like I said, just before I came on the stream, I Googled it to find out what type of beer it was. When I found out it was lager, I was just like, I have to admit, I was a little cynical, I suppose. I'm going to grab a sandwich burb. All right. Go. Hey, one beer down, 11 more to go. Right. All right. You know what? I'll pour a beer first. We'll get a pour on first. There you go. And these are twist off, which really surprises me. It's a twist off. That amazes me. There we go. There you go. All right, I'm going to piss. I'll be right. Oh, I got to do those last drops. Those last drops are so dark. I just love the way it breaks through the froth with like this really dark. Dark something. I don't know. I couldn't think of the word. Okay, I'm going to piss and smoke. Give me 30 and a half seconds or a minute and a half minutes. It's fucking 79 degrees here already. God damn it. All right. Yeah, give me a second. Okay, so this is the last of a 6-pack of this Brazilian Xingu. And I will be right back. I am gonna smoke. I'm gonna open up the door, let it chill out a little bit in here. Just hope my fucking balls are sweating. Nothing worse than your balls sweating and there's no pressure, you know. It's not like you're working out or, you know, in a UFC fight or something. You know, you're just sitting and your balls are sweating. That's bad news. Bad news. Oh shit. Oh, there he goes. Go there. There we go. Oh god. It's not that cold. That's the problem. This evening held its temperature. Sometimes that'll happen to us, you know. It gets cooler. It gets cooler, so we'll strike up a fire, and then it holds its temperature, and it gets very warm in here very quickly. You know, because your house is insulated and stuff like that, so your house temperature is obviously different than what's outside. But this gets too hot in here too quick. Wow, is it quiet out? I know it's always quiet out when I do these streams because it's usually so late, but I can hear a car 3 miles away or something like that, you know, traveling on some fucking road. But it seems like ridiculously quiet, you know. Yeah, sorry for the radio sounds. It's actually so quiet out. It's actually kind of nice to hear it. And I don't want to share that with you because sounds can kind of suck when it comes to tuning, but it's like eerily quiet outside. Here, baby. I'll keep that slider open for. Pure Vinny gets a little overheated, man. You know, he's got a fucking fur coat on, for God's sakes, you know. Oh, my fucking Googles. Like I said, I'm what do you call it, far-sighted, so I can see everything fine. But, oh, there we go. My neck needs a crack. Can you guys hear that? Oh, rubberneck. Wow, I've been on for 2 hours. That's a long time. Okay, I'll put just in case anybody wants to get in here, I'll do another invite. Like I didn't get a. Oh, see, A Camel Toes did get on. He did get on. I didn't get his. Why does it keep moving up with nothing going on? I don't know. Anyway. It's so quiet. It's like weird. You're still here. You know what I should do? I don't know if Vinny's going to care too much about this, but I should fiddle. I think that's what I'm going to do. Just got to make sure I got enough fiddle around here. I actually haven't picked up the guitar in quite some time, you know, so shame on me. Shame on you. And there's the acoustic. Oh, I'm gonna get that all night, aren't I? Okay. Yeah, I still don't think. Yeah, he probably said China in his stream too, or something. And they took his bell. I don't even know what I'm doing, to be honest with you. Ooh, I'm pinging. Go on. Come on. Get out of there. Go lay down. Brown eyes. That was stupid. Hi, Rogue. I love that ping. I think something happened to my shoulder. don't even know what that was. I think that's the best thing about playing guitar is like just pulling shit out of your ass, you know? I take that back. Not like beads or anything, you know? That just cracks me the fuck up. Oh, I can't bend it. It'll break it. Oh shit! I used to do a little practice drill with arpeggios, and I think I'm too stupid to remember it. It has absolutely nothing to do with beer, though, and I mean that. Let's see. What the hell was it? Oh, I think I remember it a little bit. Oh, frog eggs. Oh, you frog bastard. Oh, there's the pingy. Oh, okay. Now I think I remember it. Oops. Sounded just like that. Oh, you bastard. Oh, God. I don't remember it. Son of a bitch, Trubisky. God damn it. Oh, I know it was something like that. I thought I started up here on the high A. I don't know if you guys can see this. If you can see. See my fingers?
Fingers.
Boy, that looks weird, doesn't it? Looks like it's not mine.
Come here. Come here.
Okay. Oh, you bastard. I have trouble with those 6-string arpeggios, and I don't know why. Because I'm really good with the 5th. Oh. Boy, did I. Yeah, I don't have it right. I'm fucking up. Sorry. That's terrible. Oh, there's nothing like hitting a wrong note. Love it. I think I'm out of tune. I think I tuned it. How did that fucking go? God damn it, I gotta piss already. Son of a bitch. Ooh, something's off. It sounds right. It's a little flat. sounds like a really gay pop song. I'll be right back. I gotta piss out of my dick lips. Beer's good though. See? Did I scare you? Wouldn't it be great if this was 3D and I could like punch you? I dribbled on myself. I got excited. Pardon me. What? Who if told you that? It's Buck Rogers. Brandon, how are you? I do have. I thought that was the last one of the 6th. I got another unit here. I'll be back. I'm gonna piss. I'll pour that, and I'm gonna smoke. So give me like 5 seconds. I know I've said that before, but I do love that fucking Telecaster. I do love that Telecaster, Scott. I got to be honest with you. I wish I had one of those. Ooh, that's bad. I don't know why that happened. Why would the last one float on me like that? God damn it. Why would it do that? Why would you do that? All right, I need more paper towels, but they're all gone. No, I'm just kidding. We got paper towels. We're okay here. Why the fuck did that happen? I don't understand. I didn't shake that, right? I didn't handle that aggressively or anything, did I? I don't know. Fucking China. God damn it. Fucking beer. But anyway, yeah, look at this cool 6-pack. I mean, you see, I don't know, maybe it's done before and I just wasn't familiar with it. That's a cool rip-away 6-pack that comes with that Rogue, Xingu. Volcano, yeah. Brandon, how are you? Yeah, I'm gonna smoke. I'll be right back. I kind of got to get rid of these beers and get the other 6-pack going. So you guys have to give me a second. And it's cool if you chime out. You know, I know it's dead air and shit. However, I do need to get rid of these bottles. I could do a Warriors thing with them, but I'm not gonna because I've done it 50 fucking times. So here we go. We're breaking out the new Xingu. Oh, yeah, hold it from the bottom. We're breaking out the second 6. It still looks good, though. Still looks good. It's good looking beer, man. Good looking beer. Good looking, good tasting. Really surprised by this. Yeah, you're not going out, dude. So fuck off. Come on, go lay down. You're not going out, buddy. Sorry. I know it's very refreshing out there. It's funny. Vinny's got kind of like a big, girthy head, you know, a lot of meat to it. He'll set his head in there and he'll just fucking scoot the slide door and take it upon himself to administer himself outside. So, gotta be careful when I'm smoking. But it's nice now. He laid down and, oops, sorry, I didn't mean to kick you in the head, but I know you can absorb that because you're kind of like a David Tua dog, you know. You can absorb that punishment. Yeah, I won't play guitar anymore. We can get somebody in. Scottzilla, if you want to come in, man, I would appreciate you coming in, buddy. Like I said, I'm pretty raw. I haven't played in a while. I haven't been practicing. You know, you think with this whole Corona shit, you know, I'm still working and stuff, so we're running pretty regularly here. So I don't have any more time. You know, I have to recognize it that, hey, I should put some fucking guitar time in and get something technical. But you know, I sound like a fucking clown. I'm just kind of fiddling around and stuff. Even though I like it, I do enjoy fiddling around and shit. Just being honest, you know, I don't play enough. I don't work out. There's all kinds of stuff I want to do that I don't do just because I'm tired. You know, I'm getting older and I'm just getting more tired. You know, I feel like I just fought Barrera. Like I'm, you know, Nassim Hamed, and I just fought Barrera, and I just want to fucking retire. You know, I want to go fish and shoot some deer and tell them I love them and God bless them, and then eat them. You know. I'm hitting that point in my life, you know. But playing guitar is fun. And like Paul Gilbert and Ingve and all those guys are saying, you know, they're putting up stuff now because they're quarantined too, you know, kind of in a certain way. So they're saying, you know, which is true, you got time to play guitar, man. You got time to work on your technique. You got time to work on some style. Find yourself, man. Use this, produce, man, you know, is what they're saying, which is cool. Keep producing. That's what the best do. They produce, man. If those are any kind of inspiring words, I hope they are. Because we need to produce, man. Regardless. We need to fucking produce, man. Yeah, I'll keep that open, Vinny. Poor Vinny's got a fur coat on, you know. Oh, God. All right, I'll put the stream in the chat. Yeah, be safe, Rogue. I'll put the invite one more time. Anybody who wants to get on here and bullshit about whatever they want to bullshit about, you're welcome to come in here. I think I hit that properly, and I will put it in there. Yeah, I think everybody's kind of, we're all kind of lackadaisical, you know? We're all kind of lackadaisical, and I get that, man. I was looking forward to tonight, though. I was withdrawing a little bit. Poor Vinny just doesn't get his 2 hours of work in every day that he needs, man, to put the dude down. But I don't mean to put the dude down like, put the dude down, like Pulp Fiction. We're struggling a little bit because of his behavior. He's not a good walker yet, so I don't walk him, which doesn't get him the exercise he needs. But I have to, do the frisbee workout with him and shit like that. But things are good, man. Things are well. Things are well, man. They are. Things are still good, despite the news, what they keep telling you. Things are good, man. They're not that bad, and I'm happy, man. I really am. And I hope you are too. And I hope everybody's safe, man. Hope everybody's safe. I don't wish anything of this virus on anybody by that means, Even China, I don't wish that shit upon fucking China, man. There's a lot of good fucking people there, man, So I don't want anybody to think that I just want to destroy fucking China or something, I just this whole thing's really too coincidental for me, and I'm just never gonna buy it. Even if there's proof, I'm gonna be fucking suspicious, I am. I just am. That's kind of like what you were saying, Rogue. I just don't buy it from them ever. I'm never going to. They are not a free people there, They're just not. And there's politicians in our neighborhoods that want to implement what the fuck they do here, which is it's not. I'm not scared because I think we know better. I really think we know better. But when there's a crisis, you can get a lot of people to bend. You can get a lot of people to bend, and that's worries me. When I hear stuff like things will never be the same, that really worries me. It does. Because normal is good. Normal America is a very good thing. Uh-oh, Bigfoot's coming through here. Here he comes. Maybe I will play guitar. Maybe I will play guitar. Bigfoot has inspired me. My fingers hurt. My nails get in the fucking way. I gotta start biting my nails again. Ooh, that's it. Oh. Let's see, what can I do? What am I capable of? Oop. I'm not capable of too much, to be honest with you. Ugh. The beer is good. Journey? Oh. Oh, my fucking pick. That's it. Oh, so quiet. Those are good. All right. I know I just had one, but I need another cigarette. But first, I'm gonna break open this bad biatch right here. I found a hole. What do you do with this hole? Well, you break it down. All right, here we go. Get out of here. Go on. There it is. That's the pour. I'm getting better. Oh, I love those dark drips. Love those dark drips, man. Love them. All right, I'm gonna go actually smoke. I'll be right back. You know what? I zeroed out. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm good. I love you guys. You guys are great. Anybody that planned on returning, I'm sorry. I'm out of here. Love you guys. You guys are awesome. I will see you next Saturday, unless I do an announcement, you know. But I'll see you next Saturday. God bless you guys. Be safe. Don't corona. I clicked on it. Why is it not doing? There you go.